I want to read to you some excerpts from a letter that was sent to me recently. From a viewer. Randall, please focus your work more and more on comparing the teachings of Jesus with those of Muhammad. Most of us know little about Islam, and many know very little more about what Jesus really taught. They go on to say that we should compare Christianity and Islam on various issues, contrasting them with the words of the Quran and the words and actions of the Prophet, and it'll help us all to learn. So there are a lot of groups teaching the truth about abortion from various perspectives, but most of us lack your background and education on Islam. Those of you familiar with my background know that I have spent most of my adult life fighting against the murder of children by abortion. It's been the bulk of my life work, and I cover it on this show. We will continue until we either prevail and make it illegal or until life leaves my mortal flesh. But it is pro-life to talk about the truth about Islam. It's pro-life to talk about our Christian brothers and sisters from Egypt or from Syria or from any number of nations who are being brutally imprisoned, tortured, raped, murdered, decapitated. It's our duty as Christians to defend them, to remember them as if we were with them, the writer of Hebrews said. So I know that these other issues matter, and I will continue to discuss them. You know I will. Boehner, McConnell, Obama, the budget, foreign policy, Putin. I'm there. This show is about all those things, analyzing them from a Christian perspective, using the historic teachings of the church, the scriptures, to analyze what's in the news today. That's what this show does. But those Christians who were murdered in Libya deserve a voice. And shame on NBC. The weekend that they were killed, NBC had the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. And the next morning, NBC News covered almost 10 minutes of SNL 40th anniversary and less than 2 minutes to 23 people being brutally decapitated. That is obscene. So that's why I'm using the show to counterbalance the bread and circuses that preoccupy the news. And here's the last question I told you I would ask you. Once you've studied Islam and you understand what Muhammad was really all about, will you have the courage? Will you have the courage to talk, at least among your friends and in your church, that Muhammad did kill people with his own hand? That Muhammad is the issue? That the members of the Islamic State are following the example of Muhammad?